Well, welcome everybody to the monthly Dallas Songwriter Association, or not monthly, weekly Dallas Songwriter Association open mic. Let me straighten my camera up there. And do not worry, I'm not really on shaky ground. I just got a shaky platform for my laptop. But anyway, we play original songs and we talk about music and stuff every week at the same time, same place, same channel. We have a wonderful lineup so far tonight. Others may join us yet, but we've got, besides myself, there's Keith Dodson and Harry Hewlett and Jenny and Kendall and Ace. And I think, do we have a late arrival? I'm seeing a message here. Dave S. Okay, so we're up to 7 folks tonight. And I believe it is my honor and duty to kick things off. So I thought I would play a happy song, sort of. One of my songs that I have done recently. This is called Bitten. Oh, let's see. Well, I've been rambling down that highway. Some days everything goes my way. Sometimes the bumps, they'll trip me up. Life, it ain't always downhill, but still I want to get my fill every morning when the sun comes up again. Yeah, I've been lost, I've been bitten, I've been nervous as a kitten. Traveled around the world and met all kinds of girls, and just when it seems like it's all been written, once again I'm completely smitten. Now I'm coming home to you. Well, I've never seen such a smile as I traveled all these miles from the Rocky Mountains on out to the coast. Some folks think I'm joking. They ask me what you been smoking, but it don't matter when you know what matters most. Yeah, I've been lost, I've been bitten, I've been nervous as a kitten. Traveled all around the world and met all kinds of girls, and I've had no clue when I've been hit on. But this time I'm completely smitten. Now I'm coming home to you. Woo-hoo. So I keep on moving down the road. Listen to the stories told by friends, strangers with no name. Some got funny things they're thinking. Now it's my turn to wonder what they've been drinking, but in the end, we're really all just the same. Yeah, I've been lost, I've been bitten, I've been nervous, just like a kitten. Traveled all around the world and I met all kinds of girls, and just when it seems like it's all been written, once again I'm completely smitten. Now I'm coming home to you. Yeah, I'm coming home to you. Okay.
That's good, Alan.
So that got us started right then and there. And now we have the inimitable Keith Dodson. What you got for us tonight?
I think we should point out that this is the Song of the Year award-winning Keith Dodson. This is not just the plain old Keith Dodson. So there you go.
Woo! Am I supposed to be
You're a co-host.
Co-host, okay.
And since we're doing that, I'll be doing that one later on.
Well, I don't think it's letting me.
I think you have to accept it.
I do.
Yeah. Hang on.
All right.
There you go.
There I am.
There it worked. Okay.
Okay. Well, this is like this. I played this one at the first DSA open mic I ever did down at Dunn Brothers Coffee. So this is a song that brings country music into the 21st century. Well, I've had my share of heartache. It's a feeling I just can't endorse. A half dozen girlfriends have left me. 2 marriages ended up in divorce. My old hound dog ran off with the poodle. You know, that was a terrible day, but it can't match the pain in my heart. The day my self-driving truck drove away. Oh, my self-driving truck drove away. Left me standing at the end of the road. She put herself in gear. She tore out of here while I was just trying to unload. Well, she left me without any reason. Man, I hope she'll come back someday. And since I don't own a bike, I just have to hike. My self-driving truck drove away. Well, I met her one day in the showroom of her little town's Ford dealership. I could tell by her headlights she loved me, and soon we'd be joined at the hip. I'd wash her and wax her each morning, and she spent every night in the garage. I did all I could think of to spoil her, but she decided to get out of Dodge. Oh, my self-driving truck drove away. Left me standing at the end of the road. She put herself in gear. She tore out of here while I was just trying to unload. Well, she left me without any reason. Man, I hope she'll come back someday. And since I don't own a bike, I just have to hike. My self-driving truck drove away. Well, I guess that I should have known better. I should have bought me a bus pass instead. I guess I was caught up in folly, 'cause my heart overruled my head. But now that I've learned my lesson, well, there's a moral I can't overstate, that a man makes a fool of himself when his transport becomes his soulmate. Oh, my self-driving truck drove away. Left me standing at the end of the road. She put herself in gear. Tore out of here while I was just trying to unload. Well, she left me without any reason. Well, man, I hope she'll come back someday. And since I don't own a bike, I'll just have to hike. It's starting to rain, and it drives me insane. Because my self-driving truck drove away. you.
Hey,
Original sound.
Well, why did it turn? Well, wait a minute. Why did it turn off? I had it on.
It drove away.
it's a self-driving original sound.
I was just thinking to myself, man, I really didn't mess up much on the guitar in that.
You know
song.
what, Keith? You know what it is that technology understood that you were messing with technology, and so decided, as a matter of fact, to.
He was being disrespectful.
He was being disrespectful.
Yeah.
I wonder if maybe when you start streaming the thing, it resets things. I don't know.
Probably.
I was thinking Alan's kind of sounded partially, but
Well, you're right. I didn't have it on when I was playing either. Did it sound decent enough?
it sounded okay, but it not as good as it normally
Yeah,
does.
and I didn't realize till I was done.
I bet Zoom just reset us all. Everybody check your settings.
Yeah, that's the moral of the story here. So, I guess we can move along. Let's see. How do we? We're moving. Okay, that's
Harry.
me, and now we're to Harry. Let's see. Oh, he's Mr. Dallas Songwriter Association.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, Harry and the
Here he
Hewletts.
is. Here he is. DSA. That's my initials. Okay. Good job, Alan. I get to follow that award-winning songwriter, don't I? So, anyway, I'll do the best I can. One little drink, it'll warm you up. One more, it's one too much. It looks like water, it has no taste. Cross your eyes, fall on your face. There's never been no stronger stuff. 109 is proof enough. You better read that label, the warning's clear. When you get drunk, don't get drunk on Everclear. It'll melt your cup, your plastic spoon. Strike a match, it goes boom. When you wake up down on the floor, it'll melt your name off your front door. There's never been no stronger stuff. 109 is proof enough. You better read that label, the warning's clear. When you get drunk, don't get drunk on Everclear. There's never been no stronger stuff. 109 is proof enough. You better read that label, the warning's clear. When you get drunk, don't get drunk on Everclear. She took my house, she took my car, she took my job, my old guitar. She took my dog, I can't remember its name. Purple Jesus on my brain. There's never been no stronger stuff. 109 is proof enough. You better read that label, the warning's clear. work will suck if you get drunk, will never clear. Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug. This has been a public service announcement. Thank you very much.
Woo!
Next.
And now we move to. Whoops. I swore I clicked on Jenny. There she is. How are you doing tonight?
I'm great. Thank you. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm over the crud I was having last week.
That's
If
great.
I was performing, I would be on the other side of the chicken wire.
What do you mean?
Looks like you've got chicken wire behind you.
Those are tiles from Thailand from some kind of tour I was on.
Wow.
He has no taste. Don't mind him.
Chicken wire.
So tiles actually come from Thailand. I love that.
Thailand.
That's why they call it Thailand. They all wear ties too. It's very strange.
I'm just gonna say that I never had experience with holes in the ground as toilets at a tourist attraction until I went to that.
Floorboards come from Florida then, right? I know, it's been silly.
Okay, jokers. All right. Fountain water making music, dark night, blue cool. Two spirits hungry, two bar stools. Can't forget that night when you rescued me. One bad shift, swipe from memory. Watching Yellowstone with a bottle of wine. Every time alone, but not this time. Down an empty hall when you caught my eye. We turned a corner, eyes sunshine. Fountain water making music, dark night, blue cool. Two spirits hungry, two bar stools. Can't forget that night when you rescued me. One bad shift, swipe from memory. Should we take a picture? No, we can't. Sure looking good from where we stand. Lots of flirting, all kinds of fluff. But after that night, we knew it wasn't love. I never will forget what you said to me. No one's watching, we can do what we please. That time in the night still calls out to me. The magic in our laughter set me free. Fountain water making music, dark night, blue cool. Two spirits hungry, two bar stools. Can't forget that night when you rescued me. One bad shift, swipe from memory. After that night wasn't quite the same. First kiss in Keystone, no heartbreak. First kiss in Keystone, kiss of fame. Thank you. Thank you.
Right. Very nice.
Thank you.
So let's see. Next we got Kendall. Let's see. We'll play Spotlight. There we go. How are you today?
Doing pretty good. Let's see. All right. This is a little short song, but let's see. I got miles to go, I got mountains to climb. My body's tired, but I'm feeling fine. I had a hard year and I had a hard week. I left a job in the Chesapeake, but I'm just chasing the moon. Something I always wanted something I always wanted to do. Well, I hiked up the tallest mountain in Texas, took me a day. It was kind of magical in a spiritual way. Then I drove down to Big Bend and I walked through the Rio Grande. Then I hiked up a mountain peak and I looked out at all the land. And I'm just chasing the moon, something I always wanted to do, something I always wanted to do. Well, I got miles to go, I got mountains to climb. My body's tired, but I'm feeling fine. But I'm just chasing the moon, something I always wanted to do, something I always wanted to do, something I always wanted to do.
All right. Nice.
Thanks.
Okay, next, Mr. Ace Pounder is going to. Oops, that's the wrong button. Let's see. Hardly the right button. Let's see. There we go. Now Ace
All right.
Pounder's going to pound out a melody for us.
Absolutely.
Well,
Somebody else. I can hear somebody else.
think that
Oh, yeah, Harry. I'm hearing you. Okay. Not that hearing Harry isn't a wonderful
and
thing.
so what's so bad about that?
it
I'm
just
sorry.
makes it hard for me to concentrate. What can I tell you?
that's
You know?
it. Okay. I'll get off here.
All right, now this sounds a lot like something I wrote for my wife for Valentine's Day, because it is, in fact, something that I wrote for my wife on Valentine's Day. It's called Every Day is Valentine's Day with You Waltz. Every day is Valentine's Day with you, my love. That's what puts the magic into life. Every day is Valentine's Day with you, my love. I'm so grateful that you became my wife. I know it's a cliche, especially on this day when it's traditional to sing of romance. But our love made a home, and still we're going strong. I want to take just a minute to celebrate our dance. Every day is Valentine's Day with you, my love. That's what puts the magic into life. Every day is Valentine's Day with you, my love. I'm so grateful that you became my wife. People ask the secret of our longevity. I say it's the height of simplicity. You follow your heart, and then you will find your way to the way it's supposed to be. Every day is Valentine's Day with you, my love. That's what puts the magic into life. Every every day is Valentine's Day with you, my love. I'm so grateful that you became my wife. I'm so grateful that you became my wife. There. For the lovely Suzanne.
Aww.
Yeah. It's very nice. Well, now, the lovely guitar stylings of Dave S. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine. I had to switch because the way I do my sound, I plug in my guitar separately. But I'm doing well.
Good.
Thanks for asking.
Let's see.
Still working on the endings a little bit. And I should have mentioned when you asked me how I was doing, I had a cataract operation last week. Believe it or not, I'm old enough for that.
Been there, done that.
I did a couple years ago. It was the best thing I ever did.
Agreed. Much. It's nice to be able to see stuff. I'm in favor of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Well, I guess that bring us back around to me. So, the host has spotlighted your video. Well, that's me who did that. So anyhow, the other day it occurred to me I kind of overlooked this kind of newish song and hadn't played it in a while, so I thought I would reprise it. This is the Box of Memories. Excuse me. Looking at the video, I think I have food on my lips, but I don't know that I do. Anyway, okay. Sometimes I stumble on a box of memories. You could say it's just like my own documentary. There's trinkets and gadgets and souvenir mementos, concert ticket stubs and old black and white photos. There's one of us kids on the block, set of keys to some forgotten locks. Now, seeing these things, I start to reminisce about the good times and some others that I don't miss. I think of special folks that I have known, and of the love and lessons I've been shown. Now I don't know why I kept these things so long, but to throw them out now would seem so wrong. Now I forget what I was doing just before I opened this box in the drawer. Yeah, now what was I looking for? Now I open my eyes and I shake off my daydream of days past and what it all means. 'Cause it's time to get out and make more memories. The road ahead is still waiting for me. It's time to travel, make new friends, sing new songs, collect new odds and ends. Now it's time to get back to my chores. Put the box back in the drawer. Now what was I looking for? Trinkets and old concert ticket stubs. There were some great ones I saw with my old loves. There it is. Okay, I see Barbie has joined us. So let's see here. Barb, you'd be after Dave. After Dave S. But next up would be Keith. Unless we want to let Barb to go right now because we just finished one round and started a new one. Any feedback?
Yes.
You want to do one, Barbie? Or is she ready? Gallery. She may just be. Oh, she doesn't even have her earphones in. Can you hear us, Barbie? We can't hear you. I don't know. Keith, maybe you should go ahead and do a song. Is that what you're saying, Barbie? Okay, she's not ready. Okay.
All right. I can do a song. This song placed in the semifinals on the Best of the Meeting contest, so I'll go ahead and play this one. Jonah, you sit there sulking in the desert, outside the city in a shelter you've made. Why you angry with me? Well, man, can't you see? Raised up a vine just to give you some shade. Now you think I've only wasted your time, having mercy on people that you think are slime. You say it'd be better if I let you die, just for your sake. I won't buck my compassionate nature. You know very well yourself that it's true. Just think for yourself when you needed my help. Always came through for you. I called you in Joppa, that wasn't your wish. You sailed away to the city of Tarshish. I gave you 3 days in the belly of a fish, just for your sake. For a second chance, I called you again. Well, this time you pretty much did what I said. You went to that city, but without any pity, and shouted out that they'd all soon be dead. But an entire city of people were saved. They called on my name, they were spared from the grave. You say my compassion I should have betrayed, just for your sake. Now a worm's come along and it's made your vine die. The scorching heat and the wind make you cry. Well, you didn't make it grow, but you miss it, I know. Should I not be concerned if a city would die? But the Bible ends the story right there. As for Jonah's fate, we are all unaware. And as for ourselves, we must all be in prayer for everyone's sake. 'Cause in following God, we must give up our way, listen to his voice, always obey, serve him alone to the end of our days, for our own sake, for everyone's sake.
That's a good one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I stole a chord from Tom Russell. I don't even know what to call it, so I call it the Tom Russell chord.
The Tom Russell chord.
Go from the minor, you play a suspended fourth, and you bend the suspended fourth up toward the tritone. Gives it that really intense sense of drama.
I heard the bended note. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to try that sometime. But for now, we'll have to do with the magical musical world of Harry Hewlett.
I like that world.
Okie dokie. Here we go. Warts and all. The love song. First time we got together, you said I was uncouth. You hated my red pickup, my high heel lizard boots. Said if we were gonna make it, a few things had to change. Before I knew what hit me, my whole life was prearranged. You made me buy a suit and tie, lease a foreign car, and you jilted me for some dude at your private health club bar. His love leaves you unsatisfied, you need my kind of man. Now you say you want me back, well darling, here I am, warts and all. What you see is what you're getting, warts and all. His fancy clothes and big time money do not make you happy, honey. If you really want me, you'll take me, warts and all. The day that you ran out, my fragile ego felt a shock. So I took my trusty pickup off those backyard cement blocks. I smiled as my butt hit the seat, my old self again. A simple redneck horny toad, that's all I've ever been, warts and all. What you see is what you're getting, warts and all. His fancy clothes and big time money do not make you happy, honey. If you really want me, you'll take me, warts and all. I love you and your stuck-up ways don't change a hair for me. Just understand I've got to keep my own identity. Warts and all. What you see is what you're getting, warts and all. His fancy clothes and big-time money do not make you happy, honey. If you really want me, you'll take me, warts and all. If you really want me, you'll take me, warts and all. Warts and all, the love song. Thank you very much. Next.
Alrighty, Rudy. So, next would be Miss Jenny.
Do we want Barbie to go next instead?
Huh?
Does Barbie want to go next instead?
Oh,
Not ready.
Okay.
she's not ready? Okay.
Okay. Queen Sheba, you were everything to me. Your love. Wait, let me start that over. You can see the dog in the background, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't show the whole picture. Oh, well.
For a moment, it did flash the whole picture. That's kind of weird.
Dang it. Okay. It's the kind of dog I'm singing about. Queen Sheba, you were everything to me. Your love was sweet and pure in town and evermore. Queen Sheba, you chased the dark away. You wouldn't bite a soul. unless it was in your bowl. Perfect bright points, smooth shiny coat, regal and fine, dressed in black, but she never quite attacked. Walk with her, she's got your six. She'll bark the wrong ones back, but it never happened like that. Queen Sheba, you were everything to me. Your love was sweet and pure, in town and evermore. Queen Sheba, you chased the dark away. You wouldn't bite a soul unless it was in your bowl. She was made to intimidate, but when we went out, she was fine and tame. There was no fear in her game. She stood taller than me, a choker chain. She was fiercely made, yet someone stole our dame. Queen Sheba, you were everything to me. Your love was sweet and pure, in town and evermore. Queen Sheba, you chased the dark away. You wouldn't bite a soul unless it was in your bowl. The thief brought our girl back. He wrote she ate too much. Her love was our oxytocin, our Dobie rolled unbroken. Now that we had our sweetie home, it was time to celebrate. Lifting weights and playtime and long walks at the lake. Queen Sheba, you were everything to me. Your love was sweet and pure, in town and evermore. Queen Sheba, you chased the dark away. You wouldn't bite a soul unless it was in your bowl. Queen Sheba, Queen Sheba, well loved in our family. Queen Sheba, Sheba, oh how you set us free.
Arf, arf.
Thank
Oh,
you.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
So let's see.
I had a cat named Queen Sheba.
What?
I had a cat named
Oh, you
Queen
had a
Sheba.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, her first name was Queen, huh?
As I've mentioned, I've got a friend named with a dog named Sheba.
Yeah.
So, well, oops, I didn't mean to. Let's see. Okay, Kendall is next, and that's what I meant to do. There we go.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I call this one Sweet Freedom. Sweet freedom, let me be. Sweet freedom within my reach. Throwing caution to the wind, I won't ever give in. Careful, that's what they say. You are stronger than you think. Sweet freedom, let me be. Sweet freedom is within my reach. Throwing caution to the wind, I won't ever give in. Careful, that's what they say. You are stronger than you think. Sweet freedom is within my reach. Sweet freedom, let me be. Let me be. And that's all.
You're going to wow him tomorrow night.
Well, thanks.
Oh, don't forget, everybody, we're going to be not on the stage next week. We're going to be in the area to the right after you walk in a little, is it a raised area? Or
Are you talking about tomorrow night?
yeah,
Love and War.
Love and War.
Yeah.
We're in the choir section.
Yeah.
Yeah. They call it the balcony, but
Okay.
it's not really a balcony. It's just a raised area
Okay.
in the restaurant.
Yeah. Are we going to be doing it like we always do with 3 or 4 singers at a time, or
No, one.
we're going to be swapping out one at a time?
Probably one at a time.
Okay.
Oh,
we
is that
did
what
when we
Ricky Jean said?
Yeah. Well,
Really?
when we do it over on the side, we do
Why
do it
change
one
the
at a time.
format?
Well, he always does when we play inside.
Oh,
Would-
but
Is there
I see what
room
you're
for it?
saying.
Is there
But
room for
we'll do a
4?
big round with everybody. We're not going to do 2 or 3 rounds. We'll do one big round with everybody.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And we'll just keep going around the circle till we run out of time, I guess.
Be the great lyric for a song, running around the circle till we go out of time, run out of time.
Yeah.
Kind of like life, you know.
There you go.
So, Ace,
Well,
are
we
you
could-
okay if Barb inserts with a
Oh
song
my
now?
God,
She's
I'd be
ready.
outraged. Outraged, I tell you.
You'll
No,
be
I
outraged.
wouldn't take that, Ace.
Absolutely no. Well, I guess all right.
You're okay. All right. You ready, Barb, then? Let's see. Remove file line. Oops, there you go.
All right. I was trying to get I had this effect thing working a couple of weeks ago, but now it doesn't seem to want to work right. And can't get it to work right. Darn it.
What's
Oh,
not
well.
working right?
No,
What? Your headset?
no. I had an effects
Oh, an effect.
thing and I had it set. Sounded pretty good last week or last couple weeks ago. I don't know. Anyway, it's not working tonight.
Original sound, please.
Oh, thank you. I've had a rough day, you guys. Can I believe my ears if what you're saying is true? I have spent all these years looking for you. You say you're lonely. Any companion will do. I see you need only me. It's written in blue in your eyes. I see a part of me in your eyes. I see what love can be in your eyes. I see the heart of me looking back at me in your eyes. I That's from the musical. Give Me a Break. It's supposed to be a duet.
All right. Very nice. And now?
I love the way she twisted and wound her voice. It was so nice.
Thank you, Jenny.
And now, the one-man duet himself. Ace Pounder.
All right, this is a silly one. This is a short little song. I don't know if anybody under the age of 65 knows about this guy, but I'm a big fan. I discovered him because he was the voice of Fractured Fairy Tales, and I loved his voice and the silliness of it. But also then I got to watch older movies, and I found out who he was. He played a lot of butler-like characters in the 30s. And
I
so,
love Fractured Fairy Tales.
Oh, me too. That was just wonderful.
So-
Just
That
wonderful.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, is it Edward Norton?
Edward Everett Horton.
Yeah, I love him.
So I just wrote him a song, which of course he's gone, so I'll never hear. But nonetheless, I just so this is this. So you know who he is. So that's we're 90% there. So this is a song to Edward Everett Horton.
You know, that guy was the sidekick of Fred Astaire in a lot of his movies.
Did you read my song?
No.
Well, I yeah.
Oh, it's in your song. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to give away the song.
Man, Barry in the lead and stuff. I'm
I
telling
love
you,
that guy, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I agree. Yeah. Oh, he's wonderful. Wonderful. So anyway, this is what I wrote. This is just goofy, you know. Well, let me suggest we raise a glass to Edward Everett Horton. It's sad that he's forgotten by the young folks of today. From a faithful friend of Fred Astaire to the voice of Fractured Fairy Tales, he brought a sweet absurdity to the characters he played. He spoke a staccato fountain flow of polysyllabic silliness while rushing through posh hotel suites, leaving syntax in his wake. So let us raise a toast to Edward Everett Horton. He shouldn't be forgotten. He was one of a kind. To think of him recalls a time of sweet, so formal naivete, when a butler's improprieties galvanized the stage. So let us raise a toast to Edward Everett Horton. He shouldn't be forgotten. He was one of a kind. There. Yes, Barb knew the story, but yeah, that's exactly
he
what
was
it
in
is.
It's a Mad, 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 Mad World.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. Sure, of course.
I think that's the only song I'll ever hear that has the word polysyllabic.
Syllabic. I just wanted something to jumble a bunch of syllables together, so I thought that was.
I can't even say it now.
Syllabic.
That's a little syllabic.
I went to high school with her. Polysyllabic. She was very nice.
Ah,
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's see. So around to Dave. Mr. Dave. There we go. Yes, here we are. could see that in a movie in some kind of transition scene of some sort, kind of setting the mood. Anyway, it's round back to moi. So, I thought I'd pick the pace up with my little goofy song about the crazy girl who's got faults, but she's got good features about her too. Well, my gal is a looker, if you know what I mean. She's the finest thing that you've ever seen. So what if she gets a little crazy once in a while? She's a smooth running party machine. Sometimes she runs wild, if you know what I mean. She's always living it up in style. Some ask me, aren't her edges a little too rough? I say, heck no, that's her good stuff. She may seem like a wild, wild creature, but those aren't faults, they're her features. Well, she drives too fast, she talks too loud, runs around with that late night party crowd. She's the first on the dance floor, the last to leave. She's like a well-tuned entertainment center. Her car has more than a few dent fenders. She's always got somewhere she's gotta be. My friends say living with her has gotta be rough. If she's a hot mess, well then that's just the good stuff. Listen here, now I ain't preaching. Those aren't faults, they're her features. Never on time. She loves her tequila with a couple of limes, but all those things she does make her who she is. And I love her dearly when she comes home at night and makes his man feel alright. Besides, she puts up with me, don't you know? My friends all ask her, has she not had enough? After all, she's got to deal with my crazy stuff. I say this, I ain't reaching. Those aren't faults, they're our features. Yeah, those aren't faults, they're our features. There it is, my Delbert McClinton-ish song, I guess I call it. So, let's see, I forget, who's up to bat next? Oh, it would be Keith. I hear the gentle sounds of his guitar.
Actually hear him now. Now that I got my original sound.
That's what I'm looking for. There he is.
All right. Well, this is the prize winner for me. So I was shocked last Saturday. I was about ready to congratulate Wayne, and then, whoa, they read my name. Anyway, this is, I guess, my signature song now. Rattlesnake Rita was a cattleman's daughter. She danced with a rattler that she found near Sweetwater. strutting the stages of the great Lone Star State. But dancing with a diamondback is a dancing with fate. Now dance, Rita, dance. You know it seems such a strange circumstance. You look so demure with your reptile de jour, but you're taking a terrible chance. Yes, you're taking a terrible chance. Dimebox Danny fell in love with sweet Rita, saw her on the stage. Well, he just had to meet her. He stood at the stage door that very same night. When Rita saw Danny, it was love at first sight. Now sway, Rita, sway. Oh yes, it looks like true love's come your way. But a serpent gets jealous when you're out with other fellas. He could come back and bite you someday. Yes, he'll come back and bite you someday. And the stars in the West Texas sky smile down on the love now arising like a new butterfly. Oh, they strolled down the lane, but that viper was quicker, wrapped round Rita's leg just to try and to trip her. Rita, she stumbled, she fell on her fanny, and as she went down, that old snake bit poor Danny. Now cry, Rita, cry. Oh dear Lord, don't let poor Danny die. But the toxic old venom, well, it was already in him. He was bound for the sweet by and by. Yes, he's gone to the sweet by and by. Well, that is the end of my tragic little story. Rita's in mourning and Danny's gone to glory. And of that Ophidian the people did dread. Well, they grabbed that slimy varmint and they cut off his head. Now learn, Rita, learn. All these toxic relationships burn. It's all black and white with companions that can bite. Some bridges you just have to burn. Oh, rattlesnake Rita, some bridges you just have to burn. That sounded better than the performance I did on Saturday. That one kind of felt a little awkward.
Sounded good to me.
I've had a terrible week. At the end of last week's Wednesday night open mic, as I was going back toward the kitchen, I stepped in a big puddle of water, and I had a punctured water pipe in my foundation. So they just removed the drying fans today, and I got the bill from the plumber, and it was not pretty.
Ouch.
It was down in the slab, and so that was jackhammer time.
I feel like you're going to make a song out of it one of these days. It's going to actually be funny, though.
I should do that because this is my second plumbing disaster. The last one cost me over $100,000, but that's because it cost so much. I decided to borrow money and do a complete remodel.
Wow. $100,000 toilet.
Yeah, that's what it was. A little leak at the bottom of the toilet, and
that's why they call it a throne.
Yeah.
I made it funny.
You made it funny.
Miss Kitty poured Matt a cold one. My grandpa started to grin. Mom said, Daddy, I know what you're thinking. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Kitty belongs to Matt Dillon. Besides, aren't you too old for girls? But from his expression, she never had his attention. He was lost in his fantasy world. 'Cause old folks need loving too. Old folks need loving too. They're no different from me and you. Old folks need loving too. The next day my dad came home laughing. It was something my grandpa had done. Dad mentioned the name Widow Griffin. How in spring the sap still runs. Dad knocked, but nobody answered. So he walked on through the door. And what they were doing, he's still not saying, but Grandpa was begging for more. Yeah, old folks need loving too. Old folks need loving too. They're no different from me and you. Old folks need loving too. When I get so old and wrinkled, all the young folk say I'm done. I hope I'm like my grandpa, doing more than dreaming about love. 'Cause old folks need loving too. Old folks need loving too. They're no different from me and you. Old folks need loving too. Old folks need loving too. Old folks need loving too. They're no different from me and you. Old folks need loving too. Old folks need loving too. Thank you very much.
Is that new? Kind of new?
Next.
Is that new or kind of new? I don't remember that one.
No, it's old. It's one of them that's so old it's new.
Oh, okay.
You know, they kind of recycle.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, I believe Jenny is up to bat. If I can. What's going on with my? Oh, here we go. My mouse is all over the place. There it is. Okay, now I can do that. Yeah.
Thank you. I like your farmer's tan, Harry.
Have I got a farmer's tan?
Yes.
Okay. Can you see it with my shirt?
Yes.
What was it? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm naked. Okay.
Okay. You say that I duck out. Damn show, that's what I'm about. Hold me all the way and I'll stay, you'll see. No doubt. You can't be mine if you're not by my side. I'll tell you for sure, it is not what I hide. You say that I duck out. Damn show, that's what I'm about. Hold me all the way and I'll stay, you'll see. No doubt. You say you never left, but you weren't here that much. I want a constant man by my side. I've got to feel his loving touch. You say that I duck out. Damn show, that's what I'm about. Hold me all the way and I'll stay, you'll see. No doubt. If you start to get dark and it don't feel too right, mother something, I'm leaving. I don't want it here tonight. You say that I duck out. Damn show, that's what I'm about. Hold me all the way and I'll stay, you'll see. No doubt.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
All right. So, Kendall, oops. Just as I click on a name, they jump around here. Okay, Kendall will be next. And Barbie would follow Kendall if we stick to the order we did last time round.
All right. All right, this one is it's for that song contest in Louisville on March 8th. The prompt song is called Horizon. So that's in a couple of weeks, I think. So that's what this song is called. It's called Horizon. All right. Someday it'll all make sense why we treat each other the way we do. And someday we'll figure it out, and we'll all be brothers too. Someday we'll have solutions, and we won't question why. I see you when we get to the horizon. I see you where the earth meets the sky. I see you when we get to the horizon. I see you where the earth meets the sky. And someday it'll all make sense why we treat each other the way we do. And someday we'll all be brothers. Someday, just not today. I see you when we get to the horizon. I see you where the earth meets the sky. I see you when we get to the horizon. I see you where the earth meets the sky. That's all I got.
Yeah, I like that.
Thanks.
Okay. Let's see if I can do that. There we go. Hello?
Hello.
Barb.
All righty.
Wait a minute.
All right, I pulled one out of the hat. I hadn't done this. I got to do this song is hard to play. I've got to keep doing it or I forget how to play it. Song that Mark Huey and I wrote together. Can you hear me now? My cell went out somewhere south of Albuquerque, and the you hear me now? From Sandy Peak, all words seem weak, but I speak the truest ones I know. Once my clearest voice to my best bad choice. Now it's time that I have to go. Don't know where I'm going, but I know now where I've been. Sometimes life is just knowing where you're not going again. Sorry you never heard me, baby. You never learned how. But now that you don't see me, can you hear me now? Now I've crossed the gap and tossed the map across the stack of old regrets, and they burn real clear in my rear view mirror. Say goodbye for me to laugh at. Sorry you never heard me, baby. You never learned how. Now that you don't see me, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
A nice one.
I think I got a bad chord, my chord or something, because I'm out of that. I gave up on the device. I tossed the device, and it's still, I'm getting some kind of buzzy thing going on here.
It
I don't
sounds
know.
okay. It sounds okay to know.
Sounds buzzy to me in my headphones, so I don't
Maybe it's
know.
maybe it's your headphones.
And maybe it is.
Oh. Ace, can we hear you now?
Can you hear me?
Can we?
I can hear you. You're not buzzing in my headphones.
I was trying to sort of make a segue reference to her song.
See,
Yeah,
you're too witty for us, man.
I just hit myself in the microphone. Mouth with the microphone.
Barbie and I are simple people. You know, we're just.
Yes, we are.
So, but now he's trying all this second generation humor on us. I don't know.
He
All
thinks he's
right.
going to make a great segue.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Mr. Segway, they
We
call
don't
him.
get it.
Okay.
Anyway, this next one, I'm doing all new stuff. I've been on a songwriting binge. I'm not sure how much of it is any good or not, but that's never stopped me before. So this is another new one. So anyway, this is called Lazy Rainy Day in Texas Waltz. I'm probably going to have to change the title since I can't pronounce it, but it's something like that. Some days are perfect for nothing, and nothing can be perfectly right. When the days of the week are forgotten, and it's still not time yet for night. Since we awoke this morning, it was clear that the fog had the day. So we took out the dogs and retreated. Inside is where we decided to stay. And we don't feel guilty a bit when the weather tells us to sit. Just a rainy day in Texas. There's nothing that we really need to do. Just a rainy day in Texas. And I'm so glad to be cozy with you. We all dogs now lay sleeping, and I am not trailing by far. The lights settle soft and quite muted as I put away my old guitar. I have a sudden bright notion, and I can tell that it's occurred to you too. Perhaps just a nap before dinner. It's not like we've got something to do. And I don't feel guilty a bit if we decide we're gonna quit. Just a rainy day in Texas. There's nothing that I really must do. Just a rainy, that's a lazy rainy day in Texas. And I'm so glad to be cozy with you.
Hey, Ace.
Yeah.
Ace, I'm gonna make a suggestion, and if it because
Sure. I'll be offended, but that's okay.
no, you're not gonna be offended because this will make that song a hit song. Change rainy day to hot as hell day.
Okay. Yeah, because that's true too. Because take a nap and go upstairs. And forget
Another
about
hot
it.
as hell day in Texas.
All right.
That's more true than rain.
Yeah, but
And it's funny.
Yeah, that's interesting because I wrote it specifically because we were sitting around and Suzanne was saying, what are you doing? And I said, well, I'll write a song. So I sat down and wrote about the day. But you're right. It's a more typical thing. All right, cool. Thank
Anyway,
you.
just a thought that I had, but I've never heard anyone do that.
No, and
Another hot as hell day.
it sure is true.
Yep. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. But I like it. That's a great idea.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Well, now that we solved that, here is Dave. All right. Very cool. Well, we come back around to me. Now I'm looking at the big hand and little hand on the clock. We got about 19 minutes left. There are 8 of us. That would translate to a little under 2.5 minutes apiece. What? Any suggestions here? What we do?
I'll pass.
Barbie didn't get to go as much, so I can pass as well.
And the dogs would probably be just as happy to see me. So I mean, I'm easy.
I could
If you could hold off and then play your 1 minute song to finish it.
Oh
that,
yeah,
that would do it.
that would make it official.
That would. Yeah, we didn't get the theme song at the beginning, but I guess we can at least get the theme song at the end.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, so what
Yeah,
would that mean, Keith?
What
would
Ace
he-
let y'all down and didn't start with the theme song?
No, I didn't. I was doing new stuff. Why, you want me to do the theme song? I'll take it away. Well, welcome to our party. We hope you make you smile. At least let your problems for a while. We don't even leave your laptop or even leave the room at the pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. It's a pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. We'll play for you like we're sitting in your room. Just listen to the voice and the beverage of your choice. Pretty damn good Opry on Zoom. Sorry. What a
Wait a minute, where's the
cast
cane?
Yeah, really, if this was the brand old Opry, man, I'd be out on my behind. You're right. Let me do the next verse, and then I promise I'll go away. Well, what a cast of characters we have for you online. Pretty soon we'll have you feeling fine. With us, Texas wisdom will banish doom and gloom at the pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. With a pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. We'll play for you like we're sitting in your room. So listen to it, boy, and listen to the voice of the pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. So sip the beverage of your choice and listen to the voice of the pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. I actually landed the last lick. That's all right. All right.
Now you're official.
That was an electric version.
Yeah. You know, I kind of. What do you think? What instrument do you like it on best?
I like it on the banjo.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Thank you.
Would you got something, Keith, for us?
Yeah, since Kendall played his entry for the Louisville Songwriter Challenge, I thought maybe I'd play mine. Due to lack of imagination, my song is also called Horizon. So. She stood there on the beach, her eyes were focused out to sea. Had something on her mind, wasn't sure if it was me. I asked her what was wrong, said don't know which way to go. Horizon is so hazy and there's much that we don't know. She said, babe, we gotta look toward our future. Gotta search beyond the distance we can see. Said the present's where we're at, we can't be ignoring that. Instead of the horizon, wish she had her eyes on me. Well, how can you just stand there and not feel the same way? How will we get along then with our meager pay? Can we handle anger when we disagree? Will we want to have children, and how many should there be? She said, babe, we gotta look toward our future. Gotta search beyond the distance we can see. I said, the present's where we're at. We can't be ignoring that. Instead of the horizon, wish she had her eyes on me. Just like a shipwreck abandoned in your craft. Don't let yourself sink down while looking for a raft. It's true we need to have our goals to guide us on the way, but we gotta make it through the now to get there in that day. But she said, babe, we gotta look toward our future. Gotta search beyond the distance we can see. I said, the present's where we're at. We can't be ignoring that. Instead of the horizon, wish she had her eyes on me. Wish she'd keep her eyes on me. I wish she had her eyes on me. Needs a little practice.
I see what you did with the words there, horizon.
Yeah.
That's very clever.
Thank you.
Well, let's see. What, Harry, did you have something to?
Oh, yeah. I got one. It's a short song.
Okay, let's see where.
Not a minute and a half, but about 2 minutes. Here I am. Okay. It's called Mud Pies. Do 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 do. I always hoped she would grow up to be a lady. As I watched her making mud pies in the yard, I couldn't help but laugh the day she started high school. She wouldn't ride with her parents in the car, but she's had me on a string since I first saw her. There wasn't any question from the start. She was a precious little angel sent from heaven, whose mission was to steal her daddy's heart. And tomorrow she'll be going off to college, where some lucky fellow's bound to come along, and his heart won't stand a chance no more than mine did the first time I held her in my arms. 'Cause today she is a beautiful young lady. I've never seen such elegance and charm, and I'll cherish all the memories that she gave me, like watching her making mud pies in the yard. I can see her, she's making mud pies in the yard. I can see her, she's making mud pies in the yard.
All right. It's a very sweet song.
Yeah.
Sweet. That's sweet, yeah.
So what we had, Jenny said you would pass. Kendall, did you have something?
No, I really don't. I think I'm done for the night.
Okay. So Barb,
Barb, you have a
Right.
9-minute song? I bet she does.
I'm not the last one, am I?
well,
Yeah.
there's Dave.
Okay. Yeah. So
I thought I would pass.
Okay. So I guess you are the last, Barb.
Do a
Well-
9-minute song, Barb.
well, heck, let me do Bonnie and Clyde. That's long.
There you go.
let me find it a minute because I can't do it without the lyric on it. It's too much lyric going on there, and there's 3 pages I've got to bring up. God.
It's a ballad, so.
Uh-huh. I never wrote. I used to just write love songs. I never wrote ballads,
It's kind of
Until-
like Tangled Up in Blue.
and now I've decided to write ballads because they're fun. It's fun to figure out how to tell a story. Let's see. Okay, so now I've got to move this to a new window, and then move this to a new window. Wait, where is it? This to a new window.
Can only be an 8-minute song now.
Okay. Well, it's only 7, so we're good. No.
Use a minute for Alan.
Okay. Well, let's see. Gotta get all this straightened out here. It's hard to get it all in order. Hang on. Just stay with me a bit. I'll be there in a minute. I'm almost there. Hold on. Almost. All right. Now I've got this one, and then I've got this one. What is that? Oh, I gotta take this release down. Shoot. Oh, I haven't played it in too long. You've heard. Oh, wait a minute. Now I've got to. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. God, help. I had it transposed down for that other song. God.
I see another hook coming.
You've heard the story of Jesse James, of how he lived and he died. But if you're still in need of some outlaw deeds, here's the story of Bonnie and Clyde. Now Bonnie and Clyde and the Barrow Gang were said to be worth their weight in lead. Oh, they'd rob and steal, but those who'd squeal were usually found dying or dead. We can't believe the fake news. No, the gang wasn't so ruthless as that. All their nature was raw. They hated the laws, to pigeons, spiders, and rats. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Doodle-doodle, what'll they do? On a wild ride, needing a place to hide. That's the story of Bonnie and Clyde. They were called cold-blooded killers. It was said they were heartless and mean. But Bonnie said with pride that she once knew Clyde when he was honest, upright, and clean. But the law fooled around, kept taking him down and locking him up in a cell. Till he said to Bonnie, I'll never be free, so I'll meet a few of them in hell. A newsboy said to his associate, now I wish old Clyde would get bumped. In these awful hard times, we'd make a few dimes if 5 or 6 cops would get jumped. Oh yeah, oh yeah, doodle-doodle, what'll they do? On a wild ride, needing a place to hide. people have suffered from weariness. Some people have been a gun. But take it all in all, our troubles are small compared to Bonnie and Clyde. If a copper was bumped over in Big D, and the blue had no clue or guide, well, they couldn't find a fiend, so they'd wipe theirself clean and blame it on Bonnie and Clyde. There were two crimes in the USA, not credited to the Barrow mob. No, they had no hand in the kidnapped man, nor the Kansas City Depot job. Oh yeah, oh yeah, doodle-doodle, what'll they do? On a wild ride, needing a place to hide. That's the story of Bonnie and Clyde. The Times went to press with a crime report. Clyde called Bonnie one day. He said, now don't start any fights. We ain't working nights. We're joining the NRA. From over in Irving to the West Dallas Viaduct was known as the Great Divide, where the women were kin and the men were men, and they didn't stool on Bonnie and Clyde. If they tried to act like honest citizens and rent them a cozy little flat, about the third night they were invited to fight by sub-guns rat-a-tat-tat. They didn't think they were too tough or desperate. They knew that the law always wins. They'd been shot at before and they could not ignore that death is the wages of sin. Oh, 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 yeah, oh, yeah, doodle-doodle, what'll they do? On a wild ride, needing a place to hide. That's the story of Bonnie and Clyde. Well, the road was winding and so dimly lit, there were no highway signs to guide. They made up their mind, even if the roads were blind, they wouldn't give up till they died. And the road got dimmer and dimmer, so dark you could hardly see. But they fight man to man and do all they can, for they know they can never be free. And in the end, they went down together, but they weren't buried side by side. To few a relief, to the law a relief. That's the story of Bonnie and Clyde. That's the story of Bonnie and Clyde. That's the story of Bonnie and Clyde. God, I haven't done that one in a while. Whew.
Perfect timing for Alan.
Great, yeah, great song and perfect timing.
Yes, indeed. I'm having an earthquake. So, what time is it, boys and girls? It's 1 minute song time.
And there comes that purple-headed kid.
I got 1 minute left for one more song. The host says this tune can't be too long. Feel like I better pick up the pace. For a blue-haired teen with a ukulele takes my place. Now there's half a minute left to finish and persuade someone to hire me for a gig where I might actually get paid. There's a girl up front and I want to impress her, but there's so little time and so much pressure. But oh, it's too late now, 'cause look, here comes the hook.
another one's in the books.
Another one. This is episode number.
That sounds like my lyric on Bonnie and Clyde.
Too bad we haven't counted them. I know
I
Rob
couldn't even
Case
read it.
counts his. Oh, zoom up
Yeah,
the mic.
Rob counts his, but no.
Yeah.
Because the idea is this has been going on forever and will go on forever. So there you go.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go take care of dogs.
Okay, I guess
Rough.
so.
Isn't that from the Pirates of Penzance?
Love and war, more night.
A paradox, a most ingenious paradox.
Nice. Very nice. Well done, sir. Very nice. All right, see you later.
All right. Thanks,
I'll
everyone.
see if I can get out there tomorrow. I no promises, but I will.
See you tomorrow night.
You're not
All right.
coming. Don't tell it.
That
Don't
sounded like a no, didn't
teasing
it?
us. You're not going to be
I
there.
don't have a car these days, so.
No call.
All right, well, anyway.
Night, everyone.
All right.
Good night.